base will remain closed until further notice. A UN panel has called on the UK to renegotiate the recent agreement returning the Chagos Islands to Mauritius, stating that the deal does not adequately protect the rights of the Chagosian people. Last month, the UK and Mauritius signed the deal, which hands sovereignty of the Indian Ocean archipelago back to Mauritius. However, the UK still retains the right to operate a military base on the Diego Garcia, the largest island in the group. The UN experts pointed out that by preventing the Chagosian people from returning to Diego Garcia, the agreement appears to violate their right to return to their ancestral lands. A spokesperson from the UK Foreign Office responded by saying the deal has been welcomed by international organisations, including the UN Secretary-General. The panel, consisting of 4 independent experts appointed by the UN Human Rights Council, said the UK's continued control over the Diego Garcia base blocks Chagosians from exercising their cultural rights and accessing their lands from which they are expelled decades ago. They have called for the suspension of the current agreement and urged for fresh negotiations to produce a more just deal. The panel added that the agreement lacks measures to ensure Chagosians can access cultural sites on Diego Garcia or protect their unique cultural heritage. Both the House of Commons and House of Lords have now until July the 3rd to pass a resolution opposing the ratification of the deal. We move over to the Indo-Pacific again. Members Jimin and Jungkook of K-pop group BTS were discharged from the South Korean military on Wednesday. They are the 5th and 6th members of 7-member group to complete the country's mandatory service, fueling expectations of BTS's comeback after a long hiatus. The band paused their global music career in 2022 to begin military service, starting with Jin in December of that year. Each member is serving duties that vary in length, with some lasting up to 18 months. Earlier this week, members RM and V were also discharged, while Suga is set to complete his service on June the 21st. Fans from around the world have travelled to South Korea to welcome the returning stars as anticipation for the group's return to music scene begins. SpaceX has postponed the Axiom 4 mission launch to the International Space Station due to a snag it has been unable to fix in the Falcon 9 rocket. The leak of liquid oxygen had been discovered during the tests conducted on Monday, but SpaceX said it would complete the repair work by Tuesday to enable a launch on Wednesday. However, the problem had reportedly not been entirely fixed. The mission was supposed to take off from NASA's Kennedy Space Station in Florida, but it was initially set to launch on Tuesday and it had to be postponed for a day due to the bad weather. A new launch date has not yet been announced. Well, that's all we have time for, and we will continue